You can tell. That's what it says.
Please, next time, don't come in shorts.
Sir,
You've had enough cases. You're now working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is your 10th case. You know, when you come to court, you don't come in shorts.
so
Am I right? It's a complete sign of disrespect, Mr. Woodall. You're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 4, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officer was dispatched to his prisoner's supposed call at a convenience store. Complainant witness informed the officers that the defendant had returned to the store after a verbal criminal trespass warning from the complaining witness and a deputy. The defendant returned and picked up an object and threw it on the store's roof, and then entered the store and stated he was going to bust CW up. Bust the complaining witness out. I apologize. The officer observed surveillance of the defendant throwing objects onto the roof and re-entering the store. The defendant was identified by his anti-harassment smoke truck.
He has at least 3 other trespasses. Are any of them with the same complaining witness? Can you please tell me?
I'm just gonna check the address real quick, Your Honor. I don't believe that this is the same complaining witness. It's a different store and a different complaining witness, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're gonna, because you're.
He never said anything that they gave him any warning or told him to leave. I know that he did.
Yes,
Did
Your
he say
Honor.
anything of this? And I missed it?
Yes, Your Honor. There was looks like this was one deputy and the defendant returned to the store after being given a verbal criminal trespass warning due to a theft. And the complaining witness and another deputy from precinct 6 gave that verbal warning at approximately 2:10 a.m. And this occurred at 3:17 a.m.
Okay. Mr. Woodall, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Don't go back to this place. If I find that you become a danger in my city, if I find that you go back, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
sir,
Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
not at the point, not this time.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Do you mind filing those bond conditions, please? Okay, he's going to give you an application. I need to know everything about you, and then we'll have you sign a receipt and then take a seat in the jury box, sir. Speak English, sir. Yes, sir. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Your Honor, on April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a crash and was told that the complaining witness was following the suspect vehicle. The law enforcement officer located the suspect vehicle and initiated a traffic stop. Suspect vehicle continued driving erratically, changing lanes without signaling, and running red lights. The vehicle then crashed into another vehicle and came to a stop. The total distance that the defendant made for was approximately 10 miles. Law enforcement officer made contact with the driver. The defendant unobserved red bloodshot eyes and a six-pack of beer. One beer was open in the center console and was 90% empty. The defendant consented to a breath specimen and blew 0.14 and 0.13.
Sobriety test, or it was an accident, they didn't do any?
They did not completely fill the sobriety test, Your Honor. I believe, just that they, after the evading and the crash, coupled with the red bloodshot eyes, and the beer in the vehicle, they took him in for suspicion of DWI. Or not.
You said there was an accident, right?
There were two accidents, Your Honor. The defendant, there was an initial crash and that.
And then he took off and then he
took
goes
off
out
and
and.
crashed again. Yes, Your Honor.
By that, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Do not drive. I'm ordering you now not to drive at all. Do you understand? I'm also going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. If I find that you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? I don't know why you have the smirk on your face, but you're charged with a very serious felony. You're now looking at a lot of time on this case. There's alleged alcohol in the car, 2 accidents. If you watch the news, every day someone dies from an alcohol-related collision in our county. It's a very You will be randomly tested for drugs as well. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Any prior to DUIs?
No.
No, Your Honor. And
License isn't eligible.
It's not.
It's not eligible.
No.
You're not allowed to drive. You're going to be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. Mr. Barrera, if I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, sir? Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
I cannot follow.
You want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, okay? I'm going to give you an application. What are you doing with yourself these days, Mr. Barrera? Did you graduate from high school? What grade did you make it to? We're going to work on that. I need you to fill out this application for me. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. You're going to sign a resale with me. All right. Good morning, Mr. Gomez. So he's got 2 cases, right? The trespass
Judge.
and the
They're
DWI?
getting a time served to the DWI, they're dismissing the criminal trespass.
Okay. So you like the. And measure the bells all the way down.
Now, if I'm correct, you're on felony probation in another county, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it?
It's Bear County, Judge, it's aggravated robbery.
You're looking at 20 years in prison, you know, not only that, it's a 3G offense, meaning that if they revoke you and send you to prison, you have to do half the time before you're even eligible for parole. So if they send you to 12, you're doing 6 before you're even eligible. Now you got these 2 cases. When is it going to register to you that we mean business, that you can't continue like this unless you want to go to prison, of course. You need to understand that by pleading guilty to these cases here now, they may use this to revoke your probation in Bear County. Do you understand?
Sure.
Now, I don't know if they're going to, but they can. And I'm going to tell you, the more cases that you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of that happening, because they are going to be like, well, this guy just, doesn't take us seriously.
Sure.
You were giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Gomez. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the rights to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you're done with this. You can never come back and change this or undo this. When you're in a car and you're driving and you get pulled over, the first thing an officer does is they look at your criminal history. If they roll up to your car, they look at and they see that you're on probation for an aggravated robbery, you have been charged with a trespass and a DUI, and they come up to you. You think it's going to go well? So I probably wouldn't give them the ammunition from now on. If you want to get lit, don't get into a car. Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, you understand.
Yes, sure.
As part of the agreement, it's 20 days in jail on the DWI, 16 days credit, and they're going to dismiss the trespass. Is this how you understand it? You also, I'm going to make a docket notation that I have advised you that by pleading guilty to these offenses, it's possible they will revoke your probation in Bear County. Do you still want to do this, or do you want to wait to see what happens over there?
To do this.
You want to do this?
And he's been in communication with probation over there, Judge. And basically, they gave him the option of either being unsatisfactorily terminated. Isn't that correct, Mr. Gomez?
Yes, unsuccessful.
Or he can have it extended and attempt to get it successfully terminated. And so he chose to have it extended to pursue that option. And they were already aware of these cases, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
How do you plead to the driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Do not drive. Otherwise, you're going to be right back in jail. All right? Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks.